Yo, what's up guys? Hey, hope everyone's having a great day. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Hope you guys enjoyed that nice little cinematic edit. I love this car. I still haven't washed this car, but as you guys can see, it's been pulled out of the garage. You guys didn't get to see that. I haven't posted that video, but I need to post that video. I had some hiccups yesterday pulling it out of the garage. I'll make a video on that. It'll be called First Drive. It'll be coming soon. But I did pull the car out. I had some hilarious hiccups. It had to do with gas going everywhere. So yeah, I'll explain it on the next video. And then we will take it for a drive and go around the block, and I'll boost some noise and stuff where it sounds amazing. And then after this video, or after that video, I will be installing a new exhaust on the car to quiet it down. The TurboKids.com exhaust is just crazy loud, too loud. And I've heard a lot of people complain about it. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, or if you're using this like car for a race car, totally cool. But if you're trying to just drive around and use it as a cruising car, it's way too loud. It's like straight piped. But as the title said, this is my 2000 MR2 Spyder, or MRS, or ZZW30, whatever you call these from whatever country you are. This is gonna be how much it costs to paint the whole car. They're very small, 2 doors, as you guys can see. I think they're about 2,100 pounds, so about 200 pounds more than the Lotus, but very small cars. They're mid-engined, rear-wheel drive. Mine's a 6-speed manual. Love these cars. I recommend this more than any other car. I recommend it more than a Lotus because of the price point. A Lotus is like 30,000 American dollars, or like 25,000 euros to get into. This car you can get into about like $8,000 to $10,000 for a pretty darn good one. Now if it's in poor condition, you can probably get it for $5 grand. And that's crazy because this car is a lot of car for $5 grand. Now they don't all look like mine, but they can look like mine, and I'm going to show you guys how much it costs to paint mine. So let's go ahead and jump into that and start talking. So Mitch, how much did it cost you? So we'll go ahead and kind of go over the hours and what happened. So the overall paint, the paint code is 3PO. So it's Absolute Red by Toyota. Color is Absolute Red, 3P0. And then I use a 202 color code, which is Toyota's black. And that's what I use on the rear right here is black. The hard top is black. The wing right here is black. And then the pillar in the front is black, and the MR2's front lip is black, part of that. And that's 202, that's the color code. So I had mine custom. It's custom painted. This is custom right here. But the rest of the car is 3PO red. I like to do OEM color cars. So if I buy a black car, I want it to be black, or if I buy a red car, I want it to be red or white and so forth. Why do I do this? Because I don't like the door jambs, and I don't like the engine bay. I don't like them to be a different color, and I just don't like I'll just repaint the same color that it was from factory if it's been faded. That's it. I usually never change the car color. I just have never done that. I did it a long time ago and I didn't have success with it, so I stay with the original color. So the overall paint was $1,874. The surface recon, so like to do the surface, I guess, to smooth it out maybe, it was $150. Body labor, $1,019. Now body labor, what is that? So why did I have body labor? My passenger side door had a little buckle in it, had like a little dent in it, so I had the dent smoothed out on it. They smoothed out that. There was a little bit of bump in the front bumper. They smoothed that out. They just sanded the whole car and made it really smooth to have a perfect surface. And now it's a perfect surface. Clear coat, they really had to take all the clear coat off and get down to the original paint. I spent $1,019 on that. Taxable parts, $34, not very much. Hazardous waste, so that's just throwing something that's $5. Let's see here. Yeah, a little bit more tax, there's 20 bucks. So what was the total subtotal? It was $3,130, and then sale tax was $310 for a grand total of $3,413. So that's how much it cost. So how much would you pay to get the whole car painted? $3,413. I know my painter, we're good friends, so that's not how much it cost me. After I got my car painted, I think the CELICA was about $2,400. It didn't really need any body work. The body was really straight on it. It just needed the clear coat was faded on it. It was, I think the CELICA was about $2,200, but before it was like $2,800 if we were just, if I was just a normal customer. But I've been to my body guy so many times. How much did this cost me? Total that I paid on it was $2,742.66. That's quite a bit, especially since if you buy a beat up like CELICA, you can probably buy a beat up CELICA for like $3,000 or $4,000 or something like that. So to double the money to get a nice paint job is, I can see how it's not feasible for some, but to me it was really, really, I love this car. It's emotional to me, and I really want it to be perfect. And it was my fault. I left the car outside for many years and it got sun faded. That was my fault. I just left it outside. I will always put a car cover on it and always put it in the garage, but it will not get sun faded again, especially since I've spent $2,700 on it. I think it's a fair deal. You can shop around. A lot of exotic places or places that just paint cars will charge you about $6,000. There's more affordable places you can choose. Body shops, you know, there's a lot of local body shops that if you go and talk to the local body shop, they'll give you a good deal. That's kind of like what I like to do, is talk to the local guys. If you go to like a chain, like a large company, and say, hey, that just fixes automobiles, hey, will you repaint the whole car? They always charge you like $6,000. It's like double this. I feel that $2,700 is a fair deal. You know, he had to remove the headlights. Would say this is like going into the body labor, removing the headlights, removing a fender, you know, removing the rear bumper, covering the antenna, you know, housing lamps, all these stuff. They had to remove the rear bumper, or I mentioned that. They had to remove rocker clips, remove the door, reinsert the door. So those are some things that, you know, you don't really take into consideration. But how many man hours did they spend on it? I can actually tell you. So they spent 18 man hours. 18 man hours. So like almost a day of just working on the body labor. It doesn't show how many hours he did on painting. It didn't tell me that, but he spent 18 hours on man labor, which is quite a bit. That was one of the bigger ticks on there. Yeah, I mean, that's how much it cost me. The additional clear coat, so the actually nice clear coat part was $1,299 to get the nice clear coat on it. So I have a really nice clear finish on it. I absolutely love it. I still have not washed this car since it's been painted, so it's fully cured. It's been sitting for a long time. I'm absolutely happy with this paint job. I can't wait to drive it around. That's it. So if you guys wanted to know how much it costs to paint a car like an MR2, $2,700 if you knew the guy. If you don't know the guy, it'll probably be about $3,000 or $4,000. There's other shops, and it depends on where you live, but there's other shops. I've gotten a car painted for $1,400 in my past. I think it was a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I got the whole car painted for $1,400. It wasn't as good as a paint job as this one. What do I mean by that? It means that it had a little bit of orange peel. It wasn't perfect. The clear coat wasn't as thick. So you can buy more expensive paint and more expensive clear coat and then have someone that's professional do it, and it usually comes out better. It'll never be OEM though. So just keep that in mind. If you go and get a car repainted completely, it'll never be OEM. They never are. When you get a car from factory and has the original paint on it, that's the best. That's truly the best paint. Now, if you're driving around and it gets rock chips, or if you're driving around and it gets scratches or whatever, you're probably never, if you want your car to be perfect, never drive it. My dad always said that. If you want a car to be perfect for everyone, always, just put it in the garage, look at it, and never drive it, and you'll have a perfect car for it. But I believe this car, and the LOTUS, CELICA, and EVO, all those cars, I truly believe are meant to be driven. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. $2,700, $2,742.66. How much it cost to paint my MR2? Was it worth it? Love this car. Love this car. Will I get new O3 headlights? Maybe. Someone said that in the last comment. I think I should do that. We'll get the new exhaust soon, and we'll get this thing running and boosting the turbo, and dynos and all that. So make sure to hit the like button for this video. I really appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.